One of the problems with journaling and loving to make journals and ephemera and junk journals is that we end up with something like this, a whole shelf, and most of this is from the last few years. Can you imagine if I had documented my whole life? I did a lot of, I did some diaries. This one is, where is it? I thought I had one from really early on. This is from maybe 10 years ago. So I know that there's some really good treasures in these books, but not all of it is treasure. So I'm actually going to take some of these apart and only keep the good stuff and put them into a new journal. So let's get going on the process. So we're going to go start with this one, and this is one of my oldest journals that I have. I have been doing a little bit of Swedish death cleaning and we don't have children. There's nobody to leave this to. This is all just basically the stuff for me, for my memories, for what I want to preserve. I'm not passing anything on really to anyone. Nobody's going to care about this stuff after I'm gone. Even if I did have children, what do they do with years and years of journals that you made? Are they going to know what to do with them? Are they going to keep them out of guilt, or are they going to read them with joy? It's hard to know, isn't it? Everything in here basically is something that is just for me. So it's easy to make the decision, easy, of what to keep and what not. Okay, I'm going to make a confession here that I actually did this last night. Pulled out what I really thought I wanted to keep, and then I can just throw this journal away. The stuff that I'm not keeping is stuff that was just free flow mind stuff. Like I was having a garage sale and I wrote stuff down. I mean, that's the way I use it. This was my plan for my garage sale. This is how I wanted my landscaping to look at my house. I never made it happen. I don't live in that house anymore. My food dryer, just thinking about things. I did a 5K training. So it's all this stuff I don't really need to keep anymore because it's just not something that I really cherish anymore. Like I taught a class and I bought this calendar, but it has no deep meaning. But these things here are what I want to keep. And this is something that was really fun that my sisters-in-law and our mother-in-law, the Norman women, we went and used to do girls' weekends together, and this was my collage of the stuff that we did. So this was a keeper for me. And then here is when my husband and I traveled up to Grand Marais, Minnesota, and this is the second page of that. So just a picture that I wanted to keep. Notes, I went on a mission trip to India, and this was notes about, that was actually the genesis of the first book that I wrote. These are the things that I am going to keep, and I'm going to start it in this journal. I think I should, this was a 2023 calendar, and I bought it because I didn't think I was going to buy a Daphne's Diary. The shipping and getting a Daphne's Diary directly from Daphne is really high. It's more than the cost of the planner. So what I did was I bought multiple planners, because I also sell on eBay, and then I sold the other journals on eBay, and they actually went quite quick. I upped the price to cover the shipping costs, and I basically just had to pay for my planner at the end of it all. So this was the 2023 planner I was going to have before I decided just go for it, just do the Daphne. And so what I've been doing is using up some old washi tape and covering things up. And I'm going to start this one. I just love this washi tape. It's just beautiful. I used to love Victoria stuff and then go into it. But I'll be able to just take out, cut out some things that I really want to keep. It is a little bit smaller, so I might have to do some careful trimming. I really like to look back at things. There are some things that I believe, okay, so I'm a Christian. I believe that God has spoken to me, and I don't always listen. So then if I'm going to look back for it in a journal, I can't find it because I've got 20 journals, and where is it going to be? This is one way of to review it. And also, it's also going through my past of what it used to be. And now I'll be able to be more clear on the things that I want to cherish and to keep. And of course, 10 years from now, maybe these things I go like, why did I keep that? It's totally possible. But in this moment, this is what I want to keep next time. But there's something really therapeutic about working through your past in a physical way. Because I'm manipulating the images and the words of the past into a new thing for today. Thanks so much for watching. See you on the next page. Goodbye.